केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रीनितिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिगोपी नवसनः ददानो दुष्टारं चिरसि वनिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। Nithyanandam, with the divine grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, our beloved Swamiji, we welcome you to Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya here in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetham. With our love and respects, we wanted to give all of those on Kailasa TV and NTV a temple experience that is virtual, spiritual, religious and devotional. Here in the Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetha, during the times when COVID is rampant around the world, and especially when people are not able to go to their temples to seek the darshan of their deities, of the gods, because of the control or the lockdowns that are going around, especially in these troubling times, when the religiousness is put at a stop, Swamiji, by his grace and blessings, is giving the whole world the opportunity to have a temple experience here on Kailasa online platform, on Kailasa TV. It is a part of a Hindu's lifestyle every day to see their deity, to see their God, to see the Lord in their life. And the deity's darshan is what pulsates in their mind continuously throughout the day. Missing that is something that is happening in many of the places around, especially in the Tamil Nadu state where temples are there. Here in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetha, we bring to you a programming that will give you a temple experience like none other. It gives you an educational background directly from the teachings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about the temple sciences. Let us learn today about Adi Kailasa, how it is the primordial Kailasa from where all of it began, and how about the deities that are here. The most magnificent and powerful deities in the world are here, and how we can connect with them, and what is the ritual that we are going to offer to them today, and how all of this connects with healing from the COVID pandemic in all levels, whether emotional, stressful levels, or the mental level, or the physical level, or a spiritual level itself. How to heal from the corona pandemic, and how the temple science is actually a key, a master key that will help remove the negative effects of corona. When we see the sunset or a large mountain, we see our eyes widen, our breath becomes calmer. In fact, many people's mouth also opens just to be able to take in more oxygen, because the mind thinks that to be able to grasp such a large sight, you need to be able to inhale more oxygen. The eyes widen and more air needs to be taken. This is the experience that we get many times in our life, but we also take it for granted. These experiences is actually what is the darshan, when suddenly, all of a sudden, you fall into the present moment. Here in the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, we are so fortunate to have a magnificent banyan tree, a huge tree that is so expansive in its physical features and so beautiful in its way and its presence, and spiritually gives it's such a power center of spiritual energy. No matter where you are in the world, you will be able to connect to this banyan tree just by seeing it. Just by putting your eyes upon the banyan tree, you'll be able to see its true nature, that it is Paramashiva himself, that it is an embodiment and representation of that very cosmic energy. Banyan tree was planted here by a previous incarnation of Paramashiva, of Swamiji himself, and it grew. It was planted here by Arunagiri Yogeshwara, who is Paramashiva, who is Swamiji's previous incarnation. And here it's alone, it was grown and it became a magnificent banyan tree. But it is eons old, and it is not only in this physical plane. The banyan tree is a portal that connects multiple dimensions of the cosmos here. It is not just a consecrated tree planted by an enlightened master. It is a portal unto itself. It is a deity unto itself, through which people can experience the multiple dimensions of the cosmos. The literal air of Kailasa is brought to here by banyan tree. The air from Kailasa is breathed out and in by the banyan tree. And that is the same air we have the fortune of breathing. The breathing space of the banyan tree, Swamiji says, expands 25 kilometers around its radius. And it can take care of all of those. So what is it that is significant under this tree that happened? It is under this very tree, Paramashiva sat with Devi Parashakti and taught enlightenment, taught the science of the truths of the cosmos. She asked him, what is this wonderful universe? And he answered her, how to experience oneness with this wonderful universe, how to experience oneness with him. It was such a beautiful, intimate setting where Paramashiva keeps Devi on his very lap and teaches her the science of enlightenment. It is this guru and disciple relationship that is cherished as Adi Kailasa. The primordial Kailasa worships the primordial guru and disciple, Parashakti and Paramashiva. They are the main deities here. Always we chant Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva. The celebration of that Vidya Pada, celebration of the Vidya Tattva, of the individual soul becoming, the enlightened soul becoming one with the Supreme Soul, that is what is remembered here and it is celebrated here in Adi Kailasa. And that is the source of Kailasa, at the feet of the Guru, at the feet of Swamiji. Because it is at his Guru's feet, he learnt it all. He got everything from Paramashiva. Under a beautiful and in the environment of the Tiruvannamalai temple, Swamiji spent 9 months with Paramashiva Arunagiri Yogeshwara himself and learnt the secrets of the cosmos and had experienced multiple dimensions of the cosmos and of enlightenment itself. It is at his very feet that Swamiji had the same intimate experience that we all have sitting at Swamiji's feet. That is the celebration of Adi Kailasa, the Guru and the disciple. Here we have the deity of Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva seated with Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva upon his lap. This deity was made personally by Swamiji's hands. When making the mold of this deity, Swamiji remembered every inch of the golden body of Arunagiri Yogeshwara. He remembered the exact features of how beautiful Arunagiri Yogeshwara's body was, how he radiated such grace. And Swamiji, knowing that in today's world, people live with small devices and live in their mundane lives. Nothing is there that is extraordinary and out of this life and larger than life, literally. That is why the deity itself of Nithyanandeshwara is larger than human size. He is of 7 feet in total height. Adding to the Jata and the Pitham below, he will be 8 feet total. This massive size is an experience of Paramashiva that nobody else has ever seen. seeing this Nityanandeshwara, seeing this Paramashiva, is seeing Swamiji himself. Nityanandeshwara, Ishwara, that is Shiva, that is worshipped by Nityananda, is Nityanandeshwara. Just as the Linga or the deity worshipped by Rama is known as Rameshwara. It is in that oneness that Swamiji had with the deity, with the experience of that, manifesting that deity, that the deity itself gets the name of the person. Nityanandeshwara, Nityanandeshwari. It was in 2005 when Swamiji had a divine vision of a beautiful golden-hued man gracefully walking above the earth from the banyan tree. And he followed them and he saw him walking and held his feet and wanted to see he's really seeing something or if it's his imagination. But it was Paramashiva himself. After that event, Swamiji went into a deep samadhi and revealed after that the truth and the revelation of the vision of Devi Parashakti and of Paramashiva here. It was then that Swamiji envisioned a grand temple of Paramashiva here and started teaching all of us the Agamas, Tantras, and the Shiva Sutras, the aphorisms to live an enlightened lifestyle. Small meditations and dharanas and power manifestations that people can have to live the science of enlightenment are given in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra by Paramashiva to Parashakti. It is in that same intimate setting the deity is made. After having a darshan of Devi Parashakti in the Himalayas, Swamiji created the Devi of Parashakti who is seated on Nityanandeshwara's lap, and Parashakti herself is there. These two are inseparable, very much a part of us. Just as Swamiji teaches us the science of enlightenment, that Guru will, when we go to the Guru, the deities, devotion to the deities will lead us to the devotion to the Guru. The devotion to the Guru will lead us to the devotion to the self. Guru Bhakti, Guru will teach us Atma Bhakti. This deity is every day celebrated here in Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya. Every Somvara, today is the auspicious day of Somvara, Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, Nityanandeshwari Parashakti, and all of the paraphernalia, the deities of the Garbha Mandir, all of them receive the Abhishekam. Then followed by that, we have the Swayambhu Nityanandeshwara Linga, the most powerful deity here. He is the Moolavar, the source. He is the Shiva Linga, the Swayambhu. Swayambhu means self-manifested. That cosmos itself decided to give a deity for us to worship. It is not particularly energized by a person or made by any person. It is a cosmic device that people can connect through to the cosmos. It is something given by the cosmos itself, given birth by the cosmos itself. And that is what is Swayambhu. Swayambhu is there as Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Linga, that Paramashiva in the form of our Guru recognized and brought out for all of us to worship in a temple. To him we offer the Uttamottama Paksha Upachara Puja, every day offering the Shatkala Puja to him, offering aratis and various traditional and the most authentic offerings to Nityanandeshwara. The Shiva Linga represents the cosmic infinite pillar of spiritual light, of effulgence that is radiating throughout the cosmos, of the cosmic truth that consciousness exists, that it exists. Cosmic truth of that cosmic intelligence is there. That what we see as the world around us is not an accident, but a very incident that is created by Paramashiva. And that very incident happened when he became a shaft of light that went into infinity to the up and infinity down. That shaft of light is only Paramashiva. That is what is the cosmos, the origin, the Moola, source. From that, everything manifested. Shiva Linga is a manifestation of the Sakala and Niskala forms of Paramashiva. The manifest and unmanifest, the Vyakta, the Avyakta. He is a form that we can worship the formless with. And in this way, he is most powerful, as the Shiva Linga. Always in the Shiva Diksha, the Guru gives the Ishtalinga for the disciple to worship. The Shiva Diksha initiation, all of us who have received this Diksha from Swamiji, worship the Paramashiva Linga in our own Atma Linga every day. Nithyanandeshwara, Paramashiva Linga, is offered this Rudrabhishekam every day in the Upasandhi Kalam, chanting the Veda mantras of Rudram for healing and the benefit of the world. Veda mantras in Sanskrit is a measure or a language that is based on the very creation of the cosmos. When Paramashiva created the cosmos, he rattled the drum that created the sound that made the cosmos. It is through sound this cosmos is created, and it is that very sound that Sanskrit has its base in. The Sanskrit syllables have their base in the very sound that was created from the drum that Paramashiva rattled to create the cosmos. These are seeds of creation itself, the Bija mantras, the seed mantras of Sanskrit. When they are joined together and formulated to create words, these words are not simply dry sounds, but the very manifestation of Paramashiva. The Sanskrit is such an elemental and existential language. When these mantras are chanted, tremendous amounts of peace and prana is infused into the very air. Chant the mantras of the Vedas, one is required a heavy amount of pranayama and capacity to make these mantras and sounds. When these are chanted, the very air is filled. So therefore, even if you are at home virtually seeing, have the volume a little higher than you usually have it, and listen to the mantras and see how they work on you and change your environment. It's a fact and it can be tested. These Veda mantras of Rudra Prashna are positive affirmations for the most auspicious blessings to happen, especially at the times of COVID, where we are facing tremendous amount of fear in the world, because you or somebody else will know somebody in the near close proximity of you has died from COVID-19. It is a serious thing that you may or may not know the information about, but for the very fact that everybody knows somebody or the other means it's a real thing, and it's something that is giving us a sense of our mortality. Never before in these last hundreds of years has humanity come to this sense of mortality as we are in today. Knowing that our life can be taken away from us is something that everybody would take for granted usually. But now, no longer intelligent people will take it for granted. Those who are conscious, aware, protect themselves from COVID. That is why Swamiji and in Kailasa is ensuring and doing day and night work to ensure that preventive and protective quarantine is happening in Adi Kailasa and all the Kailasas around the world to give the best protection from COVID-19, such that you never even have to have COVID in your life, such that you never need to be at risk being around people or objects that may have this disease. To prevent the spread and to protect Kailasa, the same way Manu had carried the essence of civilization in a boat during the Matsyavatara of Mahavishnu, same way Swamiji is creating Adi Kailasa as a boat, as an ark that can take us through the waters of Pralaya, the waters of this Pralaya of COVID. The fears and the death that we experience are now more real for us. But how do we face this death? How do we come to terms with the reality that is staring us at the face? But there is no escape from it, because it is a matter of life and death. So everybody is having to face these questions, the fundamental questions about death, and how do I save myself from the fear of it? Because as Hinduism teaches through Kathopanishad and through Bhagavad Gita, death is a teacher. From it we learn the best and the most important lessons in life. of enlightenment itself. These truths are brought out by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Swamiji in the most delicate way in his programs for anyone and everyone to understand that how to face your fears. With that, we also would like to invite all of you to the Mahamrityunjaya Homa that is happening on the Chitra Nakshatra day of Midhuna Masa, that is in the month of Midhuna, that is happening in the Julian calendar of June 20th, this month, in another week. Mahamrityunjaya, Mrityunjaya, Mrityu means death, Jaya means victory. The one who is victorious over death is what we call as Paramashiva. The one who lives forever is what we call Paramashiva. The one who can conquer death. And so on are the stories of Paramashiva, who saves his devotees from the pralaya. When hala hala poison is released from the churning of the ocean, he is the one who decides to drink it and hold it in his throat to protect and save the world. He is the rejuvenator, the one who clears out the old and makes space for new things to happen. But he is the most compassionate, saves us all. Mahamrityunjaya teaches us how to conquer death, how to shower ourselves with the nectar of immortality, because death is not the end, it is a continuation. Death is something that we need to come to terms with and prevent its on forth into our lives in a secure way and protect what we have. Only when people understand death is a reality, not something that they can put off, they will secure their life and secure each other better and for the benefit of themselves and the humanity around them. That is why they are always insisting to protect yourself and to protect others, because one person's negligence can lead to hundreds of people's deaths now in the world today. Therefore, it is high time we become aware that it can happen. But it is not that we are spreading mass fear, we are spreading mass awareness. Awareness is something that Bhagavan teaches, that Swamiji teaches us. That is what will be the tool with which we face our fears, the tool with which we come to terms with death. Just as the boy Nachiketa came to terms with death with conscious courage and awareness, went to death and asked it and waited for death and asked Yama, the Lord of Death, questions about life. Death, they say, is the greatest teacher. So in these times of COVID, not only can we use what we are surrounded by to further protect ourselves and take our lives more seriously, in that demand of awareness that the world is asking from each and every one of us, that Paramashiva is asking from each and every one of us, let us also become aware of the fact that there is something in us that is permanent, that is immortal, that lives on. And that is what Paramashiva stands for. That is what Mahamrityunjaya stands for. That you are not going to die, you don't end. Something goes on. There is a part of you, you are consciousness. You are Paramashiva. You are Him. And that is the purpose of this Mahamrityunjaya Homa that we are doing. To awaken in everyone a sense of tremendous awareness to protect themselves from the death, but more than that, to protect themselves from the fear of death, because you can only face death if you don't have the fear. That's what Mahamrityunjaya Paramashiva represents and embodies. To him we offer the Mahamrityunjaya Homa, offering the Trayambaka mantras. Let us get to know more about the ritual that we are going to offer now, the Rudrabhisheka Seva. Before we enter into any ritual, before we begin the rituals today, let us establish the context of the deity and a context of what is ritual and what Paramashiva teaches us is what is ritual. The first context that we must understand and we must declare, because in Hinduism we only believe in declaration and execution. As soon as the understanding of the truth happens inside us, we must live it as a reality in our lives. So it is not just an intellectual candy that we give when we understand that cosmic energy exists. It is something we want to live by. And this is why we declare that it is a truth in our lives. That there is something higher than me. There is something just beyond my body and mind that exists, that is within me, that is around me, that's driving this whole cosmos, that's driving the nature around me. There is something that is intelligent, that is making the whole universe function, without which everything doesn't make sense. That cosmic intelligence, is that cosmic energy, is real. And when we say that and we declare that it's real, we make the statement that we cognize its existence and cognize that we are beyond, not just our body and mind. So we make the first declaration. Please say yes, declaring this statement. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that cosmic energy exists. Yes. The next declaration is about the ritual of the deity. The deity is an embodiment and representation of cosmic energy. We are living with the human body. We relate with things that are physical, that are in our understanding of the senses. We live day in and day out with our senses. We live with the eyes that see, that smells, that nose that smells, the tongue that tastes, and the ear that hears. So through all of these ways, the rishis of the Vedic traditions created kriyas, rituals, and science of temple to connect with cosmic energy through the senses itself. That is why, until we have a body, we should worship the body also. Said by the Saint Ramanuja himself, until we have a body, let us worship body. And it is why the deity is a manifestation and a representation of that very cosmic energy. When we can see something inanimate as something that is everything, when we can see the smallest thing as the most important thing, then everything starts looking that way. When we concentrate and put our energy onto seeing something more than what we usually see, and believing something more, then cosmos reveals itself to us. That is how the rishis were able to tap into the unmanifest Paramashiva and create and listen to him, the Veda mantras that are the higher truths of the cosmos. Swamiji teaches that Hinduism is the greater science, is the higher science of existence, universe. It is the higher science. Science exists today as Pratyaksha Pramana, but the rishis have communed with the cosmos and downloaded and revealed the greater truths of the cosmos. We believe in Hinduism in revelation and development. Means we have a revelation from the world around us, and we develop methodologies for everyone to experience the same revelation about the truths of the cosmos. In the same way, the Upanishads have begun. The teachings of the Upanishads were given. Because we do not deal with existence or the nature around us as a dull, dead matter that is unintelligent, that we need to dig, cut up, break into small, small pieces to see and understand. No. Rather, we believe the nature around us is intelligence, is revealing it to us, and is taking care of us continuously. We take care of it, it will take care of us. With this humble understanding, when the rishis sat, they were able to have the cosmos reveal to them higher truths in the Vedas. And in that revelation, Paramashiva gives us the deities to worship because they are an embodiment and representation of that very cosmic energy. When you can start seeing divinity in one stone, then suddenly all stones you will start seeing them as divine. The stone itself becomes divine. This is a beautiful experience that you get when you see the granite temples of South India. The very granite that you are walking on, that is made of the walls, that is made of the ceiling, that's made of the pillars and the beautiful sculptures and architecture, all of that granite is the same granite with which you are going to see the darshan of the main deity. It is a beautiful way that Paramashiva has taught us oneness. The whole temple is energized by seeing the darshan of the deity. The stone that you walk on, everything seen as Paramashiva. And it's a beautiful way to experience him, especially in the temples. The same energy reverberates throughout all the stones, and all the stones tell the same story as the darshan of the deity that you get. So the deity is an embodiment and representation of that cosmic energy. So let us make the second declaration. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that Nithyananda Paramashiva and Nithyananda Parashakti are the Chinmaya Vigrahas, the embodiment and representation of that very cosmic energy. Yes. The third declaration is about the ritual. Rituals are methodologies where our intentions are given in an authentic way to the deity. We always do the upacharas to the deity, offering the various gifts as if somebody was to come to our house and come into our heart. How do we treat them? How do we take care of them? How do we give our hospitality? In that same way, we teach pujas. We understand puja as deities are the royal guests, are the rajas in our lives, the kings, who we treat in a royal way. Here, we are addressing that it is through the deity we connect with cosmic energy. We are not saying, "Oh stone, give me enlightenment, give me liberation." We say, "Oh Krishna, give me liberation, give me enlightenment." We speak of the very context that it is through the deity that we connect with the cosmic energy, that we worship through idols, not the idols themselves. And it is through the deity that whatever we intend will reach the cosmic source of energy. With the science of Kalpataru classes, we understand what our true intentions are. Where do we have our inner desires? Why is it that what we desire is one thing, but what manifests outside is something else? When we shed the layers of our misunderstandings about how things manifest, when we come to a clarity that it is really our intentions that truly manifest in our lives. So when we approach the deity, we should be very positive and life affirmative in our intentions so that the most auspicious blessings can manifest. So we understand that through the ritual, whatever we offer to the deity will reach the cosmic source of energy. The life around me will respond to me through the deity. Because the deity, if it accepts my naivedya, my offerings, my prasada, it is a presentation of the entire life that is around me. Slowly, the life around me will also understand what I am praying for and manifest what I want. This is the understanding of what ritual is. If you are not able to manifest what your reality is, the deity will be able to manifest for you. So that is why we offer puja to the deities. So the third declaration, let us make the third declaration. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that whatever I offer in the Rudrabhisheka Seva to Nithyananda Paramashiva will reach the cosmic source of energy directly. Yes. The fourth and the final declaration that we make is of the highest truths of the Vedas and Upanishads of oneness, of Sohamasmi, the truth that even when we worship, we are not inferior to the cosmos or to the deity. We are not a separation from the cosmos. There is no duality in it. It is non-duality. It is Advaita that we are understanding. There is only one cosmos. It is one. Beyond that, it is oneness. And this oneness is an experience, an ongoing revelation that we can have. In that space only, even the Vedas tell that we should only be in that space when we do rituals. Otherwise, we are not even qualified to do the rituals. Through the processes of nyasa and rememberation, of cleansing and purification, we cognize that even when we worship, we are Him. Even we may be feeling that we are separated and He is out there and we are worshipping Him. We must cognize we are Him. So with this intention, let us cognize this ultimate truth and declare the fourth declaration. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth of Soham Asmi, that even when I worship, I am Him. Yes. With this, let us get ready to do the Rudrabhishekam today and have beautiful darshan of Nithyananda Paramashiva. The eyes that see the darshan of the deity are the purest eyes. They are eyes that an innocent child will have. How it looks at things, how it observes the world, how it is completely a visualization-based being. Same way, let us anticipate the darshan of Nithyanandeshwara and get ourselves ready to receive his darshan. Please sit straight, with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Inhale and exhale as deeply as possible and as slowly as possible. Chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
See yourself as 25-headed, 50-handed Paramashiva, as eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only He exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Vani open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Vani open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pool, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ద్వంద్వాతీతం గగన సదృశం తత్వమస్యాదిలక్ష్యం ఏకం నిత్యం విమలమచలం సర్వధీ సాక్షిభూతం భావాతీతం త్రిగుణరహితం సద్గురుం తం నమామి. నిత్యానందేశ్వర పరమశివ సమారంభా నిత్యానందేశ్వరి పరాశక్తి మధ్యమా అస్మదాచార్య పర్యంతం వందే గురు పరంపరాం. स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फनिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। ॐ अस्य श्रीरुद्राध्यायप्रश्नमहामन्त्रस्य अघोरऋषिः अनुष्टुप्छन्दः सङ्कर्षणमूर्तिस्वरूपो योऽसावादित्यः परमपुरुषः स एष रुद्रो देवता। नमः शिवायेति बीजं शिवतरायेति शक्तिः महादेवायेति कीलकं श्रीसाम्ब सदाशिवप्रसादसिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः। मम अग्निहोत्रात्मने अङ्गुष्ठाभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः निगूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः सर्वक्रत्वात्मने करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखायै वषटे निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचाय हुं ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय वौषटे सर्वक्रत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फटे भूर्भुवः सुवरोमिति दिग्बन्धः। ध्यानम् आपाताळनभस्तलान्तभुवनब्रह्माण्डमाविस्फुरत् ज्योतिस्फाटिकलिङ्गमौलिविलसत्पूर्णेन्दुवान्तामृतैः अस्तोकाप्लितमेकमीशमनिशं रुद्रानुवाकाञ्जपन् ध्याये दीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुवपदं विप्रोऽभिषिञ्चेच्छिवम् ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहाभसितहिमरुचा भासमाना भुजङ्गैः कण्ठे कालाकपर्दाकलितशशिकलाश्चण्डको दण्डहस्ताः रक्षा रुद्राक्षमाला प्रकटितविभवा शाम्भवा मूर्तिभेदाः रुद्रा श्रीरुद्रसूक्तप्रकटितविभवा नः प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यम्। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनच्छृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ठं च मे मयश्च मे प्रियं च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे जन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सोश्च मे प्रसोश्च मे सीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे भयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे पूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः। यात इषुः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवाशरव्यायातवतया नो रुद्रमृडया या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसि पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असते अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषके अहीगिश्च सर्वाञ्जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेड ईमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुतहार्यः उतैनं विश्वा भूतानि स दृष्टो मृडयातिरः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरात्यजोर्ज्यां याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो बप अवदत्यधनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षते शुधे निशीर्य शल्यानामुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विज्यं धनुःकपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम्मुत अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय दृष्टवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने वरिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय नित्यानन्दाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्पिञ्जराय त्विषीमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्लुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तताविने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय यस्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो 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 मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नम उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते पत्तीनां पतये नमो नमः कृत्स्नवीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सृकाविभ्यो जिघागुंसद्भ्यो मुष्टतां पतये नमो नमोऽसिमद्भ्यो नक्तं चरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नम उश्रीशिने गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नम इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नम आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो अश्वेभ्योऽश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तीभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नभस्सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः सङ्ग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षद्भ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगजुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः ॐ गन्धद्वारान्दुरादर्शां नित्यपुष्टां करीशिनीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं गन्धान् धारयामि गन्धस्योपरि पुष्पाणि पूजयामि
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, for all those on YouTube who are requesting the blessings of Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva from the Rudrabhishekam today, we will now chant a blessing prayer, Swasti Mantra, for all of you. Namely, we will read out those who are asking for blessings. Domne Sol, Sonal Aghora Shiv Shakti, Nisha Bahadur, Elliot Kuntiho, who's asking for healing from multiple sclerosis, and Ezekiel, Geeta Ravi, who's asking for blessings for her mother who has passed away. Recommendation to do the Maheshwara Puja to Swamiji coming Purnima. You'll be able to do Maheshwara Puja. For blessings for Rahul Puja and Ashita and Ravi Prasad, Manitya Agraganyananda, Longman Fini, Omkar Main, Veena Chui, Shivayuda, Guna Lakshmi, Chang Yu, Geeta Ravi, Eva Anderson, thanking Ma for your contribution, Eva Anderson, and your blessed. We'll now chant the Swasti Mantra for all the names mentioned here who have offered their comments. Suraj Nauyal, Shekhar Kohli, Raj Kumar, Jennifer Gomalias, Devi Durga, Shanti Rajamanikam, Dattatreya Padawal, Angela McCurry, Geeta Jayalakshmi Vijay Kumar, M. Saravanan Malipillayan, Robin Taylor. All of you, please come to the space of Paramashivoham. The Swasti Mantra is a mantra that will invoke the blessings of all the gods and goddesses for healing and all the auspicious blessings now. Preeti P. Please be in the space of oneness with Paramashiva for all the auspicious blessings of stability, health, Nitya Paramashiva Priyananda, Sila Huang, please be in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Blessings for stability, courage, financial stability, physical health, wealth, and all the prosperity to happen and manifest. We welcome you all to the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya and the Rudravishekam program now. We'll now start the Swasti Mantra for the healing blessings for all of you and for the whole world.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः इति स्वस्ति मन्त्रार्थाः सत्याः सफला भवन्तु इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधना सधना सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदशतम् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु राजा धर्मपतिः प्रजा सुचरिताः ओजाधना सज्जनाः षट्कर्म प्रवरा द्विजाः प्रतिदिनं विद्या अनवद्या सदा वाणी सन्निहिता चिरं कविमुखैः आनन्दमव्याकुलाः सर्वे सन्तु वैदिकधर्म अनुष्ठातारः सौजन्यसन्तोषिणः इति स्वस्ति मन्त्रार्थाः सत्याः सफला भवन्तो इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु येषां देवदेवानां महादेवानाम् अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकानां सकलभूसृष्टिस्थितिसंहारतिरोभाव अनुग्रहाख्य पञ्चकृत्यपरायणानाम् आदिमध्यान्तरहितानाम् अप्रमेयपराक्रमाणां तत्त्वार्थगोचराणां श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्वरूपानां श्री आदिगुरु अरुणगिरियोगीश्वरस्वरूपानां श्रीकालभैरव महाकालीस्वरूपानां श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञानविश्रुत सकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमान छत्रचामर श्रीजिन्नकाहलादि समस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्यजापवर्गवर्ष विश्रानजीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपनशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हदजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद् वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दर माणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ तृणवद्युत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमः सन्निधानानाम् अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमः सन्निधानानाम् कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततमगुरुमः सन्निधानानाम् नित्योत्सव नित्यमंगल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तॄणां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्या जनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणीनां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वरानां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वराणां धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधानानां कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरूनां श्रीकैलास पुनरुद्धारकानां श्रीकैलास परमाचार्याणां श्रीमत्परमहंसानां परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्याणां सच्चिदानंद प्रणवस्वरूपाणां श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठानां श्रीमज्जगद्गुरूनां श्रीलश्री भगवत्श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसंबंधदेशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्धिः समेषां सहकुटुम्बानां सकलैश्वर्य प्राप्ति गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्धिः क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्धिः अरोगदृढगात्रता सिद्धिः आचन्द्रार्क वंशाभिवृद्धि धर्मार्थ काममोक्ष चतुर्विध फलपुरुषार्थ सिद्धिः सर्वेषां मनसा चिन्तित सत्कार्यानुकूल सिद्धिः भगवत्श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यजीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्तिश्च भूयात् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु सर्वे जनाः सुखिनः सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु तथास्तु समस्तसन्मङ्गलानि सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वत्र नित्यानन्दध्वजारोहणं भवतु तथास्तु सर्वेषां श्रीलश्री भगवत्श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसंबंधदेशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां परिपूर्णकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः अस्तु तथास्तु अयं धर्मः उत्तरोत्तरम् अभिवृद्धिरस्तु तथास्तु सर्वं भगवत्श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानन्दं कलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने सदाशिवाय श्री ज्ञानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलं कलं शिवायै कलं कामदायिनी कलदात्री ज्ञानन्दं कलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलं रावतार नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तत् भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानंदम Thank you all for joining this Rudrabhishekam. We welcome all of you to come and join us for the Mahamrityunjaya Homa on the 20th of June for the prosperity and